Hey guys, how are you? Long time no see. I filmed a video on Friday and then yesterday, which was Monday, I wanted to do this update. This is gonna be my second month update for my no buy year. So this was supposed to go up on February 9th and we're on the 19th. So I'm 10 days late, but I have to do this. I've been already taking notes for my third month and I feel amazing. So if you want to see my thoughts or my check-in, if it has been hard for me to not shop for the second month, then just keep on watching. So if you guys didn't know, I'm in a no buy year and I'm currently on the third month of my no buy year. I'm gonna be 3 months on March 9th, which is already so close and it's so close to my birthday. So I wanted to do this check-in and let you guys know that I'm doing good. I'm doing good and I had some thoughts. It's hard for me to separate or remember the thoughts if I don't write them down. So I have everything written down for my thoughts since day 31st started. So the first thing is that I placed an order. An order which was not breaking the rules of my no buy, and this order had Bioderma, which I ran out of, so I bought a big one that came with a small size. I bought two of them. I don't mind having backups, and I'm gonna do a video about backups someday soon because I have to let you guys know my specific situation and why I get backups even though I'm in a no buy. And I do it only with products that I know I will be replacing throughout the year and not in a massive amount. And I also decided to buy a 3-pack of the Garnier Micellar water. The reason why I got the Bioderma and the Garnier Micellar water is because I'm gonna use the Garnier one for my kit because that's the one that I go through the most, and it's just to clean my client's face before doing their makeup. So those are gonna be the ones that I'm gonna use on my kit, and then Bioderma I'm gonna use it on myself. For me, this is not an exciting purchase. It's just a purchase that I need to do because I go through micellar water and I clean my face a couple times with micellar water. When I wake up after I wash my face, if I have any remainder mascara, or the night before if I wash my face, I do a double cleanse, and then I still have leftover makeup in my face, I will go in with micellar water. It helps me clean up mistakes while I'm doing my makeup. It's just something that I've learned that it's a staple in my routine, and when I don't have it, I truly miss it. So that's why I repurchased it. It took me a while to repurchase it, and everything I've been paying it right away. So basically cash, I take it from my debit account instead of using credit cards. I also got one replacement for my kit, and this was 2 palettes, the Vuset, I don't know if that's how you pronounce them, but I got them on Beautylish. These are lipstick or whatever you want them to be type of palettes that you need to fill in. I had a Japanese palette that I never used because it was so bulky that I didn't want to carry it on my kit. And I had a beads type of situation where you would scroll over and over a lot of lipsticks, and it was also bulky. And the Vuset ones are the size of my palm, and they have like 24 spaces for lipstick, and each little hole fits an entire lipstick. So I'm good. I've been using my bullet lipsticks more on my kit than I was doing before, and it's so compact and small, and it works perfectly for my kit. It was what I was looking for. So I'm happy that I did the replacement, and the only reason why I did it is because the beads situation that I had was already breaking, and I didn't want my lipsticks to dry or go bad because they were just getting air at all times, you know. And those beads thing lasted for about 3 years or more. It was something really nice that I did sort of a declutter, and I ended up selling about 500,000 pesos of my makeup collection. That, when you change it, it's about $170 or something like that. And that's what I used to buy my backups and replacements. And it felt so good because the rest of the money, since I didn't end up spending the $170 on these replacements, then the rest of the money went to my credit card. And I've been working towards lowering my credit card like you guys couldn't believe. It's just my main priority. That means that the bad feeling that I used to get when I place an order for which I didn't have the money didn't come with the purchase. I didn't feel bad at all because I was replacing stuff that I was gonna actually use and that I actually needed to replace with money of products that were just wasting away in my collection. So I didn't take money out of my income for the month to purchase these replacements. I used money that I already had in my drawers for it. So I didn't get any bad feelings, and that was amazing. So I wanted to address this situation. These came to mind, and I know I'm not gonna be thoughtless about it, but if I get money from products that I already have in my collection that I need to sell because I don't use them, not products that I use and I want to sell just to buy new things, but products that I don't use that I just want to sell because I truly don't use them. I want to be able to use that money towards purchasing makeup. Maybe this money can go towards the 12 items of makeup that I want, or it can go towards my credit card if I have no replacement or nothing that I want to buy. But it's just something that I've learned that doesn't fill me with guilt. So I wanted to let you guys know that I will update my rules because I didn't mention anything about gift cards, money that I get from makeup that I'm selling, and stuff like that. I'm still thinking about it because I don't want to just put myself up to failure or just to try and bend the rules like we do when we have sort of an addiction towards shopping. So I want to really think about it, and I will do an update on the rules maybe on my next check-in or maybe in a different video. This month was also super hard because I have a Mini Cooper in the US. I have a car here that's my husband's car, but I have a Mini Cooper in the US that I'm still paying off. I'm gonna tell you shortly, but I didn't do a lease because here in Colombia we don't do leases. We buy a car or we don't. So I thought that doing a lease was just like renting a car, and in my mind I didn't even do the research and I purchased the car instead of leasing it. So when I moved to Colombia, it didn't make any sense for the amount of money that I was gonna lose to just lose the car and lose my credit. So I kept paying the car. I go to the US and I go to Miami a couple times a year. So I get a lot of use out of my car that I would spend on just renting a car. And my mom goes there, my brother goes there, and they all use my car. So it's about $500 total for the loan and for the insurance of the car. This month, my brakes were done. So I had to purchase I don't remember, it was the front or the back brakes. And my brother is using it currently in the US. I used my credit card to purchase them, and I'm paying that off. But it was something that I didn't really want to spend the money on, and I didn't really have the money to pay it immediately. So I already paid half of them. They were $400 out of money that I didn't think I was gonna spend, but it's already done. And these are the things that I need money for. Not to buy more makeup, but just to do things that I need to do. Because the next time I go to the US, then my brother already took it. I already have the new brakes, and I'm gonna be safe in my car, and I'm not gonna have to go and waste 2 days of my trip. I always go to work, so 2 days of my trip fixing the brakes of my car. It was just something that hurt because spending money on traveling or food doesn't make me feel bad, but since I'm not using that car currently here in Colombia and I haven't gone to the US for about 3 months or more, it's just something that hurts that I need to spend that money and that I have to make it in pesos to buy dollars, which is 3 times the amount of pesos that I need to make to pay the dollars over there. So it's just something for you guys to know why I'm doing the no buy, because I need to manage my money better. Estila Glitter and Glow, you guys know I love them. I have a video with my collection of them below. They came up with a set, and the set is super warm and beautiful, and I know I would use it because I use my Stila Glitter and Glow on myself and on my kit. They're super useful for me. This set is a set of minis. They won't dry out before I use them up. They're $25. So I was thinking about selling my pigments. I have loose pigments that I use, but I almost never reach for them because they're a hassle to use even on clients because they're messy. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. That was my thought process back then. but it's something that I still want. It's just something that I don't know if I'm gonna purchase. Not because I don't want it, it's because I've been just, the less amount of products that I purchase, the less I want them. In a way, I still want them, but the yearning or the need to purchase them right away settles a little bit. And maybe when I go to the US, if I swatch them and they are as beautiful on my hand, maybe I will use my Ulta points for them. Maybe I will really sell my pigments and replace them on my kit with the Stila glitters. Maybe I will do that, but I truly, at this point, I don't know yet. This already changed, but I wrote down that I stopped watching YouTube. I was only watching my favorite YouTubers and mostly Hannah Louise posting. And this was the same in the past month. Now I've been into soap operas from Spain on Netflix. I've been just enjoying them. Instead of just watching things that show new products, I'm showing new product. I have a full face of new products, full face of everything new. First impressions, those are things that can trigger my wanting to go on the Sephora app, even if I'm not gonna purchase something, and I wanna avoid those. So when I have free time, I just watch Netflix, or when I'm doing my makeup, I watch Netflix. This is a feeling that's new for me. I didn't think it was gonna come to my life or to my mindset ever. I've been having the need to get rid of stuff. I had to travel, but I want to do for the first time on a YouTube video, I want to do sort of a spring cleaning or decluttering of my closet. So I'm going to ask my sister-in-law just to come in and help me, and I'm going to put like t-shirts in a rack, and I'm going to do a t-shirt declutter. I want to just downsize, but more than that, I want to just get rid of things that I'm not using or that look ratchet on my closet and that I just kept for the sake of having my closet looking full. That doesn't make any sense if you think about it. It doesn't really make any sense. So what I want to do is just get rid of stuff that I don't want. And since I told you guys that one of my goals for the year and the reason why I was doing a no buy is because I was lacking taking care of my clothing items. I need to just make my closet or my clothing items more useful towards my job, which is image consulting and makeup artistry. I have to look put together and stop letting my closet still be filled with things that I'm not using, that I will never use again, and that are not smart towards the way that I have to be dressed every day. But this has been a feeling that the weird thing is that I have been going through my closet for years. I ended up decluttering about 70% of my closet in the past 2 years. And I haven't purchased anything until about 2 weeks ago for my closet. But I've been going through my makeup and wanting to get rid of it. And this is a new thing for me because declutters are just painful for me. And now I've been just wanting to get rid of stuff. I feel like I have so much. And this is something that when Hannah Louise used to say it, I was like, yeah, sure. I'm never gonna feel that way. And I'm different from her in the sense that she wants one of each things that she loves or just a few things. I know I'm gonna want to have choices. I know I'm gonna want to experiment with new things, but I don't want 70 eyeshadow palettes, which is the amount that I currently have. So it's just something that hit me because I wanted to have 100 palettes. Now I want to have less palettes, and I want to have palettes that it doesn't matter where I put my hand, I'm gonna love that palette. It's just something about the spark joy feeling of Marie Kondo that has been hitting me a lot more since I'm doing a no buy. On my last update, or my first update, I told you guys that I finished paying my Colombian debt on my credit card. If this is your first time watching, Colombian credit card, mine has a debt in pesos and a debt in dollars. So if I use it in the US, it will charge me in dollars. If I use it on Amazon, it will charge me in dollars. So I have two separate debts on the same credit card. Last time I told you guys that I finished paying my pesos debt, and it was so good. So good. It felt so good. And I'm still holding strong. I haven't spent any money, and if I use it, I think once because I left my debit card and I paid it right away. So I've been happy with that. And then another thing that I did was now I finished paying my dollars debt, and it was about $800. So my credit card, my Colombian credit card is gone. I'm gonna keep my Audible subscription in there. So it's gonna charge $14 every month, and I don't mind that. I will pay it monthly and it will be good because I love Audible and I'm not gonna unsubscribe to it. I've unsubscribed to everything that costs money, but Audible is something that makes me richer. When it comes to my mind and my brain, it just makes me richer and happier. And I'm not gonna just not do it because of $14. It's not the value of Audible for me, it's way more than $14. So it's something that I'm willing to take out of my budget. And on that note, next credit card that I want to finish, it's my Amazon credit card, which is not the highest one that I have, but I don't have the amount, the exact amount, but it was about $2,500 on that credit card, and I already paid $500 of it. Okay, so my electricity was down, and I have to just tell you guys where I left off. I don't even remember. Also, I know I'm not saving money yet, and it's a goal of mine. Maybe if this year I pay everything I owe, I will start saving money, but it doesn't feel right to start saving money while getting interest balance on my cards or loans. If I could use just the money that I was gonna save to pay it off, then I wouldn't be getting the interest, you know? So for me, it doesn't make sense to save right now. I have to look at my earnings or my income and then pay whatever I can, whatever I have left besides essentials like food, gas, everything. I have to pay that off to my debt, and then when I finish paying off my debts, then I'll get a piece of that and just put it towards saving, and the rest I can enjoy it, or just put more towards saving and the rest so that I can travel or eat out more or go to the movies more or whatever, just for things that I would enjoy. But right now I'm not in a position that I can save, but I'm not feeling guilty about it. I'm not feeling bad about it because everything I make, I either put it towards essentials, towards things that I really need, like food, and I'm not putting it towards makeup, and I'm not putting it towards stupid debts on my credit cards. I'm just paying everything cash, and that has helped me a lot with the way I see money and the way I value my money. Okay, I told you guys the story about how last year and the year before that I got out of my closet about 60% of my closet that I wasn't using or that didn't fit. I went on the keto diet. I lost the pounds that were not helping me with fitting in my clothes that I would have used, but I already gave that clothes away. And then the rest of the clothes, about 50% of it that I have, it's either things that I don't wear and I keep for the sake of having things for when I need them, or if I need them, or just for my closet not to look empty. And the rest are things that are old, awful, and then about 20% is things that I actually wear and enjoy wearing. So this month I actually made a purchase. When you do the exchange rate, I ended up spending about $400 in clothes. I'm an image consultant. I had a trip to Panama. I had to be presentable because I'm a speaker. So I couldn't be just wearing anything, you know, or anything ratchet or whatever. I had to look put together. So I bought a few pieces that I know that I would use. I'm in love with them, with every single one of them. I went to an outlet and I picked it up as if I was purchasing them not on sale, because that's the way I purchase. I want everything on sale, but I want to buy it as if it wasn't, you know, because it's an investment, and I want everything on my closet to be something that I want to reach for and I want to wear. So I bought even underwear because my underwear was looking awful, like my bras. I do not wear bras. I wear stuff like this, you know, I have bras, but I wear them from time to time, not depending on what I'm wearing, on the tops that I'm wearing. But I mostly want to be comfortable on my underwear, and I bought a few of them because the ones that I had were already like see-through. You know how it gets. And that's when I realized, and I keep realizing stuff more and more. I'm addicted to shopping, and I know that. But in a way, I'm not addicted to shopping when it comes to everything. I buy sometimes stupid stuff on Amazon, but my main deal is beauty stuff. And beauty stuff is not even clothes, it's just makeup. Makeup, beauty products. That includes everything. Everything body, everything face that has to do with makeup or with looking better, the skin looking better or whatever. Those are things where I put my money towards. And then my closet was suffering because of it. And then this month, the money that I spent on clothing was money that I was putting aside to buy makeup if I got to go to the US this month that I was planning on going. And then when I started my no buy, I kept putting money in the little envelope. But since I had this trip coming that was a work trip, I said to myself, like, okay, I'm gonna get this amount of dollars into my account. So why not just invest this chunk of money that I have here in clothing items to look put together and just to start building my closet. So I'm planning on doing a video about outfits that I got, pieces that I got, how I mix them with other pieces in my closet, like a cluster capsule type of video, fashion video. Let me know if you guys have an interest in that, because that's basically my profession besides makeup artistry. And I also want to do, like I told you before, a decluttering video of the items that I already have in my closet that I'm not wearing. I don't know if you guys would like to see a complete week, like a day-to-day declutter of the closet, and then doing like 5 outfits for date night, 5 outfits for Valentine in the upcoming months. Let me know, guys, in the comments below if you would like to see that. The thing on this update is just that now my closet, I'm thinking more about my closet. I even bought this necklace and another one from Forever 21, and it's not a huge investment, but I would think like, okay, I'm not gonna spend $6 on a necklace when I can spend 10 more and I get a blush. My mindset was always to think about makeup and how makeup costs, and if this shirt is $30, then it's a NARS blush, and the shirt will get ugly quicker than the NARS blush. It's gonna last me 4 years. So yeah, it was just everything about makeup. Now it's not anymore. I want to let you guys know and be honest about how I keep wanting things. My desire or my want of beautiful things like makeup hasn't gone away. I've just changed my relationship with purchases. Now I know myself enough to know that my relationship with beauty or with shopping was just dominating my life. It was everything I used to do was about shopping new makeup, not enjoying the one that I have. I used to do project pans and stuff, but I wasn't truly just enjoying what I had. I was just thinking about the thing that I would want next or the thing that I would want to try next. I wasn't letting myself go and be happy with what I had. I just wanted 10,000 things more. And now I'm happy because I know myself enough to know my behavior and behave differently. It wasn't only changing my life, it was also changing my wallet. So now I know what I have and what I don't have when it comes to money, what I have as an income in my wallet, because I'm paying everything right away with cash. I know what I have and what I don't have. I know I will want things, but now I don't want to want things. And even if I want them, it doesn't mean that I need them. And even if I need them, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna purchase them. So it's just, it seems stupid, but it's just mind-blowing how this can affect your relationship, not only with yourself, but with the things that you already have in your life. The makeup that I have is so much more valuable for me right now than it used to be. I always love my makeup. I'm in love with makeup. To be honest, if makeup was free, if I didn't get the rush of shopping, and if makeup was something that, if money didn't exist, I would still love makeup. Makeup is just something that makes me happy. That hasn't changed. But my relationship towards spending has, in a way that if I wasn't in a no buy, I think I wouldn't have reached that mindset. I know it for sure. And also, and the last thing, talking about wants and needs. Now I know how to distinguish them. For example, I've been struggling with my foundation shades, and you guys know this. I have foundations that match me that are on my kit, and those are 2. For example, right now that I have no self-tanner. So every single foundation that I have, and I have a ton, I have to do the video on my foundations, but I have a ton of foundations. They don't match me. And they're about 40 or 50 foundations, and they are too dark for me. I think I have just one that matches me, and the rest of them are too dark. And then if I have 2 other foundations that are similar to my tone, then they have a different undertone. So they're pinky, and those are the ones that I'm wearing right now. I just mix them a little bit with a bronzer or whatever. I'm using my darker foundations for bronzers. But anyway, the point is that I need, in my opinion, right now, is a foundation that matches my skin, because it's a struggle for me every day to go out to the world saying I'm a makeup artist if I look pink and I'm yellow. It's something that I don't want to do. But I've been doing it. I've been doing it. I've been good at it. And a thing that I want is just something that it's beautiful. I have 10 other things like that in my collection. Some of them I reach for, some of them I don't. And then I want to add something just because it looks pretty and shiny and brand new. That's a want. If it's a need, it's something that I'm lacking, it's something that I don't have, and it's something that I do use every day. Like my Bioderma, for example, that's a need. If I don't have it, it's not a want. And it's not a need in the sense that I'm gonna die without it. It's a need in the sense that it's something that I truly use every day and that I don't have in my collection, and that it steals time from me if I don't have it. If I don't have my Bioderma, I would have to wash my face 3 times. If I didn't have a eye makeup remover like the melt, like the cleansing balm, then I would have to just wash my face a million times. And without that and the Bioderma, I would have waterproof mascara all over my face no matter what, because that's what helps me remove my makeup overall at the end of the day. So it's not something that I couldn't live without, like water or food, but it's something that I have in my everyday routine and that I truly use, and that I don't have a multiples of. It's just something that I use. I do foundation every day. And not having a foundation that matches me is something sort of a struggle for me. And I've been trying to go without foundation and I look nice. It looks nice. It's just that I prefer even a light layer of foundation to even out my skin tone. I don't want to stop doing my makeup the way I love to do it, because makeup, it's the time for me. But I just wanted to touch on the difference between things that you want and things that you need, and how that also changes your behavior towards purchasing, because you make smarter purchases when you know what you need and you just don't do impulse shopping as much, just getting what you want instead of what you really need. Yeah, I've been doing and I've been using a few things, and I'm gonna do a video on the things that I'm using until I can buy a foundation that matches me, or maybe I will use one of my items and purchase a foundation that matches me. The reason why I don't want to do that, for those who are gonna tell me that I should just buy the foundation, is because I have a ton of foundations and I'm trying to just go through a few before purchasing the foundation that will match me, and I don't want those foundations to go bad. And I already have the foundations on my kit that go on my kit. And even though I can put like 10 foundations of the ones that I have on my kit, I will still have like 30 foundations to go through. And it's a lot of foundations. So I want to just make the best out of it and prolong the time that I'm not buying foundation, even if it's something that will match me. Because when I get that foundation, I will use it every day. And these foundations that I'm trying to just go through will just go to the back of my mind, and they will be a waste of money more than anything, and a waste of space, and then they will go bad and I won't be able to use them. So I'll be just trying to mix them and do the best that I can, and I'm gonna try to do that for the longest amount of time that I can. I don't want you to think that, oh, I feel sorry for you, or I don't know why you're torturing yourself. I'm not, truly. I've been super happy with how this has changed my life. I couldn't be happier about my no buy, and I just wanted to share it with you. So if you're doing a no buy, let me know in the comments below. That was everything for this month. I think this video is gonna be a long video, but I know you guys love everything that has to do with the no buy and my thought process and everything. I feel like I've grown and I can't wait for the rest of the year. So I have about 9.5 months left for my no buy. I can't wait to see what I do with my makeup collection, with my closet, with my life in general, and with my debt. So I will keep you guys updated on my credit cards and everything. And I'm happy that I reached the goal and I finished paying my Colombian credit card, and I'm already tackling my Amazon credit card. So guys, that was it for this video. Thank you for all your support, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.